What is up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be going over everything you need to know about Fortnite's new Ice Spice update. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like to see more, and comment down below what you think of this update. And the download for this update was actually released on Wednesday, which is yesterday. And then the actual content for the update is released on Thursday today. I know that was confusing for a lot of people yesterday. But like, there's an update, what changed? For some reason, they did the update yesterday, but the actual changes were today. So the first major change is going to be that Ice Spice and her POI was added to the game. This is going to be her version of the Shark POI, which was a spot in Chapter 2, Season 2. And then like Sky in Season 2 of Chapter 2, Ice Spice will drop a Mythic Scar and a Mythic Grappler. Like the other bosses this season, though, when you eliminate her, she becomes hired to you. And if you have her hired, she actually will splash you with chili chug splashes, which is, I think, incredible. If you guys don't know what chili chug splashes are, they heal you for 20, I think, like regular splashes, but they also give you a temporary speed boost. And this is just really nice to have, and really, it just feels good to play with this. Unfortunately, every time I eliminated her today, she ended up dying to the storm because her POI is on the edge of the map and we just never got zoned. So I didn't really get to benefit from these chili chug splashes, but I think of the bosses that get hired this season, Ice Spice is definitely one of the better ones. As far as her mythics go, I also think she is one of the better ones. Her Scar is just like a regular Scar with +1 damage and +0.5 fire rate. And when you change both the damage and the fire rate of a weapon, you change the time to kill pretty significantly. So this feels a lot better than the regular Scar, in my opinion. Those situations where you are able to melt people, it feels incredible. And then I also think this doubles as a spray weapon better than the regular Scar because of that bonus fire rate. So of the mythic weapons, I think Ice Spice's Scar is definitely one of my favorites, probably my favorite aside from the bow. And I would like to have this as often as I can get it. Her Grappler is a little more not so simple. So it's like a Grappler, but it has unlimited uses. And you would think, wow, this is amazing. It's just much better. But it gives you the icy feet effect. If you guys played in early Chapter 5, we actually had this icy grappler in the game for a bit around Winterfest. And the icy feet can be really good for mobility, but also can be a hindrance at times because it can be difficult to go where you want to go. Or like, let's say you're trying to grapple onto a rooftop and fight somebody. The fact that your feet are icy and you're sliding around definitely makes that a lot more inconvenient than it would be otherwise. So there's times where the ice is amazing. There's times where it's really detrimental. Honestly, for most of the time playing today, I was just carrying the ice grappler and a regular grappler. And I would kind of use the icy grappler for traveling around the map because the ice does help with that. If you're like sliding around icy, you go faster. But when it came to like grappling onto a portafort or onto a roof or any situation where I really didn't want the ice, then I would use the regular grappler. If you don't want to dedicate 2 inventory slots to it, that's fine. I think you can run with the regular grappler and it's great still. I think 20 uses on the regular grappler is good, especially when you consider the fact that anytime you eliminate somebody, their grappler drops fully loaded. So as long as you're getting eliminations and refreshing over the course of the game, it really shouldn't be that big of a deal. But also, some people don't mind the ice effect as much either, and you might not mind using that one. So I feel like it really can go either way. You can use the icy grappler, you cannot use the icy grappler, you can use both. It's really up to you. Another thing with the Scar is that when you damage somebody with it, you're supposed to get the pepper effect, which is the chili chug splash effect where you move faster. But for some reason, when I was playing today, whenever I shot somebody, I would get the animation of having this effect, but my movement speed wouldn't actually be any different. I'm not sure if this is a me problem or what, but it never seemed like I was actually getting the speed boost from the Scar, despite having the animation on. And in the past, when we had peppers or the candy that caused this, or the chili chug splashes, it was incredibly obvious the movement speed difference when you had the pepper effect. So I personally don't think the boosted movement is working at the moment with the Scar. At least it never was when I was using it. So those are the main changes for this update. It's mostly that POI. Also, like the other boss POIs, Ice Spice does have a vault there. She'll drop a keycard. In this update, the purple and gold burst rifle is back to being the AUG model instead of the FAMAS model. This changes nothing as far as stats go. They had identical stats. They had identical everything. They just made the burst have a different model for purple and gold, like how the pump does, the tac does, the AR does. A lot of the weapons in Chapter 1 and 2 were like that. at the start of the season, it was working that way, but there was an audio bug with the purple and gold burst, but I believe that has been fixed, and then that's why they put the model back to being the AUG version rather than the FAMAS version. I think the purple and gold scoped AR was also added in this update. At least I saw them today, and I don't think I really ever did before. I don't know if this was a model change or if they actually added this, because I haven't really been using the scoped AR much, so it kind of goes unnoticed to me. I feel like you guys kind of can relate to this. If you aren't really using a weapon, you don't really register seeing it that much, you know, because you just don't really care about it. You're looking for other things. One weird, or not weird map change, but one map change that happened today is that the underground area at Pleasant Park is now opened up. It used to be that the soccer field completely covered this and you needed to go through the dumpster or the porta potty to get in here. And now it's just completely open and there's a choppa there. And the choppa is nice, especially if you want to go to the shark afterwards to try to get those ice spice weapons. But also it does make you a lot more exposed when you're down there. So that's kind of a, you know, a pro and a con. It just depends on how you view things. The flying car glitch was patched in the update yesterday. So previously you could bind scroll wheel to the car hydraulics and then just go flying. I'm sure a lot of you saw flying cars because it was used pretty commonly. That was patched. So unless people find a new way to do that, the old way of flying the car was patched, but you never know with Fortnite if people are going to find another glitch or another bug that causes that. And then the final thing I want to touch on is that the reload map rotation is now live. So every 30 minutes, reload will switch between the original reload map and then the new desert one. And it'll just, like, you know, 30 minutes on one map, it switches to the other one, 30 minutes, and then it goes back to the other one, and it just shifts every 30 minutes. And now there's 2 reload maps for you to play. I believe the loot pool is the same regardless of the map. It's just the map that changes. But that is going to be it for this update and this video. As always, if you guys did find this to be helpful, informative, interesting, remember to give it a like. Subscribe if you like to see more. Comment down below what you think of the update. And I'm going to let some gameplay play out that I got on stream. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching. You can't make the adjustment you want because it's too slow. It's not as much of like a Fortnite problem, but it would happen in Call of Duty just because of like having multiple people on the team and everything. Like he'd want to be shooting one person and aim assist would like make it harder to shoot the person he actually wants, and then we'd turn it off, and like, I don't know, I just always thought it was dumb. They should have started the season with this grappler. Why?